let's go examine the body again. We might find any new information, anything that we can find. Okay, now I've got the murder. Hello everybody, I am Muddy Dragon and welcome to The Murder Express. It's a murder mystery game where every playthrough is different. Let's get to it.
What was that?
It's quite loud. I do love a murder mystery, and this here is going to be a lot like the oh, you know what I mean. Agatha Christie.
Oh my God. She's been murdered.
No shit. Next time it could be anyone else next time that we go and play this, so
The murder doesn't seem to be motivated by money. Curious that.
it's Charles Manson. I don't think that's legal.
Looks like the victim
Legal
handed
tender.
a suitcase to their wrist. Guess he really didn't want to risk losing whatever was inside.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, gosh.
It would appear the victim's head was beaten in by a blunt object.
I was going to say
Pipe
that.
Or a baseball bat from the looks of it.
There is a killer on the loose. While searching for clues, be careful not to get too close to anyone else when the lights go out. Wow. Let's talk to Ramsey then. Like, where are you going? Excuse me. Excuse. Thank you. See anything unusual?
I saw Gacy walking around with a pipe earlier.
Gacy, you say?
I overheard Topon and Mr. Duval arguing earlier. It sounded pretty heated. You never know where the murder weapon might be hidden. Be sure to search all over.
You know, I'm the detective here, love. Tell me what to do. But yeah, I would say it's a pipe anyway. Berkowitz! That's the face of a real-life murderer there.
I'm pretty sure I saw Ramirez carrying a gun before we got on board.
Uh-huh.
I could hear Ramsey and Mr. Duval really going at it earlier. Not sure what they were arguing over, but it seemed intense. Knowing a suspect was carrying a certain weapon type that matches the victim's wounds doesn't guarantee guilt. Other suspects may have also been carrying the same type of weapon. It does breed suspicion, however.
You're right there. Oh, Mr. Ramirez, we've got all these real-life murderers on here.
I saw Topon walking around with a pipe earlier.
Yeah?
I thought I heard Gacy and Mr. Duval arguing earlier. It sounded pretty heated.
Everyone says that.
Knowing the motivation for the crime might help narrow down who committed the murder.
Well, they didn't want to take his case, that's for sure. What it would be, when I saw how big this bitch was, I knew, deep down, it would be Kemper. Hi, mate.
What did I see? Well, I guess I remember Miss Fisher walking around with a gun earlier. I did see Mr. Dahmer looking at Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded earlier.
Let's go find Dahmer, shall we?
A lot of the time, even the most careful killers make a mistake.
Yeah.
Even bloodless killings tend to leave a faint trail of the red stuff behind.
I mean, all of you lot, all of you have been captured. And I don't remember you. Suspect has a key. How the fuck do I...
Mr. Duval entrusted me this key to look out for until we arrived in East End.
I could just... Can I have the key?
I'm quite certain I witnessed Gacy gallivanting about with a pipe earlier.
Maybe, who knows with John Wayne Gacy.
I believe
He was into all
overheard
sorts of stuff.
Fisher and Mr. Duval fighting about something earlier. It sounded like a rather toxic conversation.
This is so interesting. Fisher, what do you know?
I definitely heard Gacy and Mr. Duval talking about something earlier. They seemed pretty mad with each other. There's a decent enough chance Mr. Duval was killed over that briefcase he was carrying. Then again, it's possible it could just be a red herring.
So true.
I'm certain I saw Danaher waving around a knife earlier.
Well, it weren't a knife that was used, it was a blunt object. Here's Gacy. Hello, mate.
I noticed Doss wandering around with a rope earlier.
Uh-huh.
I remember seeing Kemper looking real hard at Mr. Duval's briefcase before we got on the train.
Mr. Kemper, you say?
I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to say with any real certainty, Inspector.
Okay, well that'll be everything for now. Who are you? Here's Dharma. Hello, mate.
I think I saw Dennehy brandishing a knife earlier. I believe I heard Doss and Mr. Duval fighting about something earlier. They seemed pretty angry with each other. If I knew more, Inspector, I would tell you.
I hope you won't be offended, but if you invite me over for dinner one night, I will politely decline. Oh, didn't see you. Hiding in the shadows.
Ramsey holding a gun earlier.
Uh-huh.
I saw Domer glaring at Mr. Duval's briefcase before back at the train station. I'm not really sure I know anything of real value, Inspector.
Well, even though we're getting pretty much the same information from everyone that we see... Oh, fucking Bundy's on here as well.
I believe I saw Ramsey walking around with a gun earlier. I could hear Ramsey and Mr. Duval fighting about something earlier. It seemed pretty intense.
Fucking word. Right, here we go. Here's a murder weapon. Now that you have recovered the murder weapon, a suspect can be accused of the crime. Oh, didn't see you. Let's talk to you. She's a mental fucking cow, that one. Suspect has a key. Can I have it? Can I have the key? Give me the key.
Oh, this? Oh, it's nothing. I just saw it just lying there on the floor before the train started moving. I didn't see the harm in picking it up.
Can I have it? Handcuff key?
I witnessed Doss and Mr. Duval fighting about something earlier. They seemed pretty angry with each other.
Let's go examine the body. Again. We might find any new information. Anything that we can find. Okay, now I've got the murder. Sweet fucking Jesus! I had the murder weapon, I was running back to go and... Oh my goodness! I wanted to know who it was, there's no information, that's unfortunate. It would be good if it tells you who it was and what weapon they used to do it. I mean, that really took me by surprise. Let's go again and see if we can get it right this time.
What was that? Oh my god. He's been murdered.
Okay.
Looks like the victim handcuffed the suitcase to their wrist.
They've been stabbed this time.
Risk losing whatever was inside. Looks like the victim suffered a puncture wound in the chest. Seems like it only took one to do the job. The murder doesn't seem to be motivated by money. Curious, that.
Okay, it seems to be the same victim each time, just the different murderer. I mean, I was bloody careful. That's mad. Oh, we found the murder weapon already. Get out of the way. Okay, so now it's time to talk to people. I'm going to go to this end. Start here. Good evening, Miss Fisher.
I'm certain I saw Kemper waving around a gun earlier.
No, no good to me. Oh my fuck! So from now on, no more picking up the murder weapon until we've spoken to everyone. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. She was right there. I can't believe that.
What was that?
Quickest game ever. Knife wound. Oh wait, that's a rope.
Looks like the victim was strangled to death. Markings around the neck seem to back that much up. Now, The question is, why?
And also, the case is open this time.
The latch to the suitcase is busted open. Seems like whoever got in didn't have a key. Not like it slowed them down any. My guess is, whoever killed this man did so to get at whatever was inside.
But whatever was
The
inside.
victim's wallet has been cleaned out. Typical indicator the killer was motivated by greed.
Okay, that's different. That's pretty cool. Well, I can't die this time. Not so fast, anyway. Okay, tell me
I saw
something.
Dennehy walking around with a gun earlier.
Interesting.
I overheard Bundy and Mr. Duval arguing earlier. It sounded pretty heated.
It always does.
I remember Dahmer seemed pretty interested in Mr. Duval's briefcase back at the train station.
Okay, so we're looking at Dharma.
I'm pretty sure I saw Bundy carrying a gun before we got on board.
Now, if anyone else says anything about Bundy and anything to do with rope,
I saw Kemper walking around with a knife earlier.
no.
I noticed Dahmer watching Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded earlier.
Okay, I mean, it could be nothing, but so far it does look like Dharma.
I did see Miss Dennehy looking at Mr. Duval's briefcase as
And
we
Dennehy.
boarded earlier. What did I see? Well, I guess I remember Mr. Bundy walking around with a gun earlier.
I'm quite certain I witnessed Dennehy gallivanting about with a gun earlier.
No, no
I
guns. We
witnessed
want rope.
Ramirez staring at Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded earlier.
Okay, Ramirez and Dharma. So far.
I remember Doss glaring at Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded earlier.
Okay, Doss.
I'm certain I saw Bundy waving around a gun earlier.
No, it's no good to me.
I'm pretty sure I saw Bundy carrying a gun before we got on board. I remember Dahmer seemed pretty interested in Mr. Duval's briefcase back at the train station.
Okay. Hello, Gacy.
I could hear Bundy and Mr. Duval shouting over something earlier. They were quite loud about the whole affair. I noticed Fisher wandering around with a gun earlier.
Mention anyone with a rope. It would help me so much.
Oh, this? I saw it just lying there on the floor before the train started moving. I didn't see the harm in picking it up.
Of course you didn't, Sunshine. Of course you didn't. Move your big head, Gacy.
I think I saw Dennehy brandishing a gun earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I witnessed Ramsey glaring at Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded earlier. If I knew more, Inspector, I would tell you.
Calling bullshit on that. Handcuff key, so here you go. This is... Wait a minute. If he's got the key, he could have unlocked the briefcase, but the person didn't have the key. So it's not Dharma.
Well, I can't recall seeing Ramsey holding a pipe earlier. Oh, I saw Berkowitz glaring at Mr. Duval's briefcase before back at the train station. I'm not really sure I know anything of real value, Inspector.
I believe I saw Doss walking around with a pipe earlier. I remember seeing Berkowitz staring at Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded earlier.
Now you got a key as
Oh,
well,
this
love.
key? Well, you see, Mr. Duval wanted me to hang on to this key for him. He felt he shouldn't be in possession of it until we arrived in East End.
Suitcase key.
I believe I saw Dahmer waving around a gun earlier. I saw Fisher gawking at Mr. Duval's briefcase as we got on the train earlier.
She's got the suitcase key, so of course she'd be able to get into it, so it's not her.
If I hear anything, Inspector, I'll be sure to let you know.
You do that. But first of all, let's get the fucking rope. No one's linked to this weapon. 1 minute. I'm so sure it was Dharma. Let's try it out.
Damn. Should have looked for
Full
more
second.
clues.
Berkowitz.
Better luck next time.
Oh well, never mind. We'll try again next time and we'll do better. You don't have a lot of information to go on. It's quite tricky and very fun. I'd like to know your thoughts on this little gem. I've really enjoyed playing this, even though I've failed an awful lot. If you'd like to see some more horror stuff, check out that card for The Shining. I'll even see you over there. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel, smash like and hit that bell to be informed whenever I bring out a new video. Thanks for watching, and as always I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.